Welcome to the Left Hand Gourmet. Today we're doing bisque with lobster. So I'm going to turn these lovely little guys into the best soup you've ever had in your life. So for it, you're going to need 2 lobster tails, currently on sale in my area in Seattle, some smoked paprika, 3 cloves of garlic that I totally just minced up into a nice paste, cumin, white wine, we're not using all of it, but you know, you get the gist. Seafood stock. This is about 1 quart of seafood stock. Can of tomato paste, an actual tomato, and an onion. Let's get started. First, I'm going to add my onion into a nice pot that I have some butter and oil in because flavors are awesome. We're going to get those things nice and soft and translucent. And it never hurts to add a little salt and pepper. I'm going to stir those around until they're nice and soft. Right. So now to get the meat out of the shell, after you've boiled your lobsters for 5 minutes, take a nice little pair of kitchen shears. I already did a pre-cut just to make sure I can get this one. Just cut all the way down the middle, like so. Get it off your thumb. Got great hands. And you just start peeling the shell away. And now what I'm doing with the shell, after I've taken it off the meat, is I'm throwing it into a pot of water that I actually already boiled it in, because I'm trying to get as much lobster flavor as I can. It's lobster, so don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, like a lot dirty. Now you don't have to worry about keeping the shape or being delicate about it, because I'm going to shred this with the 2 forks that are right there. So now I've gotten as much meat out of the shell as possible. Once again, shells, water. We're making like a makeshift stock. And I just like to have that like a nice little simmer, light boil if you can. Cool. And now just like when you're shredding beef, pork, or any other meat, you just take 2 forks and just go to town. It's not going to be pretty yet. It's not finished yet, that's why. By the time the end product is done, everything will be beautiful. There you go, nice little shredded lobster tail. Ta-da! Now that our onions have been nice, softened, and starting to caramelize, I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic that I've pasted and minced. Of course, it means it's sticky. The reason why I do this is because all that oil and butter in there is going to start picking up all the flavors and start pretty much spreading it around once I start adding everything else in. It's good stuff. And now that I can start smelling the garlic, I'm gonna add my tomatoes. You hear that sound? It means the tomatoes are releasing all their liquid and mixing with the oil. And then I add some tomato puree, or tomato paste, my bad. You want a nice deep red color. That's why we're adding all this tomato product and the smoked paprika. By the way, we're doing all this on high heat because no food should take too long. Now everything's getting soft and nice and delicious. Let's add our spices. So I got about a tablespoon and a half of cumin. Gonna add a nice little pepperiness to it. I mean, you could use pepper, but this is way better. Now, to give that nice aroma that brings people into the room, when they say, "Oh, what are you cooking?" use smoked paprika. It's one of my favorite spices. I pretty much put it in everything. Alright. Now everything's gotten soft, translucent, they're releasing all their flavors. We're going to add some white wine to just bring everything out. This is a Sauvignon Blanc, but you can really use any white wine. Now that's come up to a boil. We had a quart of seafood stock. Pretty much everything that swam in the sea is now in this liquid. Ta-da! And now that that's all nice and incorporated, once it comes up to a boil, I'm going to start adding our nice little lobster broth that we made. Alright, so I brought all this to a boil. I made a nice little makeshift lobster stock. I'm now going to start adding it to the bisque, because I'm trying to get as much lobster flavor as possible. I've even added some of the shells to this, because why not? If you're going to go and get lobster, you're going to get as much mileage as you can. And we're just going to let this boil for a little bit longer, not too much longer. And now that it's pretty much boiled, it's starting to thicken. Everything is starting to, come together while flavors are becoming one. We're going to add this awesome thing known as heavy cream, which I meant to mention earlier. So, because I do everything with my left hand, I'm going to hold it with my right. Let's pour and stir. Now it's got this nice little consistency. It's got this great color. Bring it up to a quick boil. Which, by the way, if you ever want anything to boil in a quick, in a quick minute, put a cover in it, trap the heat. Alright, so it's pretty quick for a bisque, but we did this in about 30 minutes. Now that all the flavors have come together, married, made a delicious one flavor, we're going to do this wonderful thing where I strain all the solids out. So now that I'm going to take this pan, and be very careful because steam burns suck. I'm going to put it over. I'm going to take all the solids out. And it's going to make this nice little clear, well not clear, but nice smooth soup. Whenever you're straining, always make sure to stir or else you're going to be waiting forever for. Now I got a nice little bowl. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour some in. If you have a bowl that's big, you don't have to fill it all the way up. Just to enough. Alright. Garnish it with is that awesome lobster. I'm going to throw that right on top. It's probably going to sink all the way in. So you add more. Because why not? And then you take a little little chive because food always looks good when you have a little something green on it. And your handy dandy scissors that are left hand friendly. And just cut. And there you go. Lobster bisque, garnished with chive and lobster. Now eat.